Mao Liangmai Imphal Markets defies politicians' allegation of Valley people mistreating Hill residents, asserts Chief Advisor Liangmai Imphal Market Committee Kuraicham Athoba. While awaiting resettlement, women at relief camps fear they will have to forego Ningol Chakoba celebration again. DC Bishnupur Puja Alangbam urges people to mark Ningol Chakoba by buying local products in order to boost the state's economy. Hello viewers, you're watching Pm-Istv English News at 2. Chief Advisor of Liangmai Imphal Market Committee Kuraicham Athoba has maintained that the thriving Mao and Liangmai Imphal markets have contradicted the allegations made by politicians, showcasing that the Valley community hasn't mistreated Hill residents. He made the remark during the opening of the special Mega Liangmai Imphal Market organized at Takilambam Leka Youth Club, Sega Road. Chairman of Liangmai Imphal Market Committee K.H. Jinkei Luangcha, President of Liangmai Naga Council R. Machundobo, President of Takilambam Leka Youth Club Pebam Boibi too attended the program. Kuraicham Athoba further stated that people from hill areas selling vegetables and fruits in different localities are welcomed warmly by Valley people. He also expressed the need of each community to open their own market in Imphal City, which will support the local indigenous producers. He then called for joint efforts to open a permanent Liangmai market as similar to Mao Market.
Aran bawa Shwaida Mitei Mijam Yamna Mitei Kunaina Kan bawa Kanga Politics to Boganguna Sanduko Pauga Anisigi Kenabase Masi Tamna Tamna Koi Handan Bachangi Aduga Tasing Tasena Tampak Lady Bamiam Sixina Kayam Nushige Kayam Luna Kanbage Akomasen Mating Pamina Kamane Hingage Habagi Honabasi Kayam Honabi Bage Habase witness to Visineva Aduna Masi Shmanisum Taurakanda Aran politics Aran Wakanda Sandu watching a Zizu Akomayam Nushinabagi Marisi Jane Sumpura Saladi Maitiba people Nangani.
R. Machundobo said Liangmai has never treated Valley people as strangers. He hoped that the Liangmai Imphal market will bring harmonious bond between the people of different communities and Liangmai farmers, no longer worried about their producers being perished.
Aduna sigumba yamwana initiative low virerga asida family boy chan me amna isana bi suman yolaga harau na moina wakal da yam pel laga yolam ba bang yam si ubukan da ohan yam pele sumaina koi pulle herga akoi ichini now akoi indigenous mi sing je suman pulle herga matam ge suman unabu gi wakal da nungai ba si lobo mi ga yonma mi je atum yi muda yam phawe aduna asigumba initiative low viriba muruena koi gi liangmai Imphal Market की committee अदुगो मरुओ ना सी club की members की ना सी को मफम बजाब पीरे है रगा मोए ना मतें पांग पीरे है रगा अकोई की market सी मपुंग पान बगी दमकता याम ना once again ए लिंगमाई म्याम की तरफ तकी I should say thank you याम नुंगाई रे नोई तो भी से अकोई सुकाउ कोरोई है विषय once again तमनिंगे.
Ningol Chakoba, the most significant festival of the Meiteis, falls on the second day of the Hyangay month in the Manipuri lunar calendar. On this day, brothers invite their married sisters to a grand feast, reuniting them with their families. As the festival approaches, markets are bustling with shoppers preparing for the celebrations. However, the atmosphere is starkly different in relief camps where internally displaced persons, the IDPs, have been sheltering for the past 2.5 years. Displaced women struggling to make ends meet expressed their longing to participate in the festival, but with resettlement uncertain, they fear another year of missed celebrations. Here's a report.
Ningol Sakoba is a very important and significant festival which is celebrated annually on the second day of lunar month Hyangay. This year also, this Ningol Sakoba is of course a very important and significant festival which shows the bond of love between the married women and the paternal families. This year's this Ningol Sakoba is also on 23rd of this month. Many people are ready to celebrate this Ningol Sakoba with much gusto, but let us see how do IDP's brothers and sisters who have been staying in relief camp for about 2 years and 5 months feel with the advent of Ningol Sakoba with a special ISTV report from the field.
Hajiksu chahi gi singun ningon sakau ko nena mayam langnari magi mayum da leiba mina de masa masu gi tong da bayadi haidan langnari se ai koisu kari gi isa gi damukta phali amatai su phi amatai su koi kari piningoi dai no ba paisa lai ta bai maram jina koi upai le jada banina ngasi koi tumina tung genan sarak pham tumina kachan da le jari se asi mangai de
chan pi ji da kumsi dis mai tawre chahi ani hum sijale duna tang kano tawra kanda chakau baje tamna tawra ji khole jab de yam harau na man ji hare ko ton ka sukai de khote na dum khage khole karimbo nungai ta ko ta khan ga nu wan di haire ga nakan de ki macha na pi pisak pik class 2 3 ka bam le ba mana khoi ma je ka pe na haire e ko asma de gonda kai dum phau ai ta de
Isa bibingina mama Chakau chalwaidara adubu ipam di yengu aigidi loina relief camp da leirabanina chakau bina busu laite aduga mi punamangna chakau bagi langi ba kholi ba mayam je ai ju yam chaninge pai leitabani khoi di relief camp da dum lai Oi yam chae thamujida isa chakau ning busu ko ba pangdre ahau ba chaning busu ko cha ba pangdre bi ba sa ba chaning busu ko chet ba pangde ko yam wara lai ko Aduh, aku ini kari upai le, aku ini kapan ada upai le te. Karena pipi ni macam aku aja kerja cara aku ini penci je, si mengai nak lain apa ni aku ini. Aje aku ini jago mumia yang jalan macam tetap macam tu kapan lah adam lain apa ni.
Aje bazar sih dah calaga. Lainariba khonariba mayam se mi krikage inaraga satnaraga masa singi masu singi sakau bagi punamak langna longna lainariba ngaktani aduba khoi gi la loiriba loidabra lan tawriba tawdabra haibisu khoi khangdre ngasi bomuna chupcha lupaga asum leitaba yade noi lili kemda dum leyu haina ngayok chafu ngayok podumaina ka masa ma da namchalaga leibisa ko chu yam wai
Koi di jago pidraga ju ya lan ji da loi bi bo wai raga de koi yum da ta jan bi bo wai raga di phaga dau bune koi jum liri ke jira koi ga am koi na namjilaga thambi ga doi kharan nauri ga da di mo koi ju loina wami na rami hojik di moi di yum mai sak ta bani na lan chen da bani na Aduh, mana ngai da moi lai da ko ta moi na tauri ba mai am da u da koi ju yum da la jara bani ko ai da koi gi wa kan ji da ju yam khalle yam nu ai te Koi kari ai ka tu kang de koi moi la jau dra ma le moi
Unlike the previous years, which was heavily impacted by the prevailing situation in Manipur, this year shows great effort to celebrate the Ningol Sakoba despite many challenges in the relief camp. But the IDP's brothers and sisters who have been staying in the relief camp for about 2 years and 5 months are eagerly waiting the government to send back to their original home as a gift of Ningol Sakoba for this year. But we cannot predict the time when the IDP's brothers and sisters will return back to their original home. We have to wait and watch the time. For ISTV News, I am Kumarji Wahengbam with our cameraman Jigagan Sharma reporting for you from the field in Palwe District Relief Camp.
DC of Bishnupur District Pooja Elangbam, while extending her warm wishes for Ningol Sakoba, called for peace and prosperity to prevail among the communities living together in Manipur. Speaking to ISTV News, the DC highlighted the significant bond between the festival of Ningol Sakoba and the rich history of Manipur. She also wished that the festival celebrations driven by local products would give the state's economy a lift. She hoped that people will celebrate the festival cherishing the bond between the brothers and sisters and avoid unnecessary gift-giving competition.
The Ningol Sakoba 2025 se lapasida mayambu yaipu pauzel pizari aduga handakki matangda akoigi Ningol Sakoba gi akoi khudol pinabada yarigai akoigi local products अखोई indigenous ओइबा Manipur da made in Manipur products mayam se leibiraga अखोई खुदोल पीननबा ना mayam दसु appeal तौजरी अदुगा हंदकी मतंग दा अखोई peaceful ओइबा prosperous ओइबा अंखेना अखोई की याइफबा अदुगा चौखटपा Manipur ओइरसनो ओइना अखोई सिगी मतंग सिदा mayam bu wish nizari.
A sit-in protest was staged at Singjamating Amakame Islam Laikai condemning the brutal murder of Dr. Asim Ongbi Rita, a retired senior physiotherapist from RIMS. Sana Khongnang Meirapaibi and family of the deceased took part in the protest. The Meirapaibi sought immediate intervention of the authority concerned to investigate the murder promptly and arrest the culprits. They also raised concern over the rise of crime against women, children and elderly persons happening in the state.
Justice isn't served earliest possible manner, just like accepting the heinous crime as a known as a murder. So my earnest request that justice be delivered at the earliest possible and the culprit be arrested so that we also feel safe in our own homes and in our own motherland. This is what I want to say.
Group Center Langjing Imphal Manipur observed Police Commemoration Day at its center. Top officials of Group Center Langjing and CRPF personnel too attended the observance. Rich tributes were paid to the martyred officers and personnel of CRPF. Retired officers and personnel of CRPF and kin of martyred personnel were honored with gifts during the program. Police Commemoration Day was observed by Senapati District Police at Reserve Line Senapati this morning. Shock parade was held and a minute of silence was observed to pay respect to the 191 security forces who laid down their lives in the line of their duties during 1st September 2024 to 31st August 2025. The names of 191 martyrs were read out by Inspector Luni Paute, MTO and WSI Arini Krive. Reader to SP Senapati SP Senapati Zaib Saik led the floral tributes, the martyrs at the monument inside Reserve Line.
DYSP
SBI RSETI Imphal West has organized its quarterly RSETI Bazaar at Tera Idol Club. The RSETI Rural Self-Employment Training Institute Bazaar showcased products made by trainees, providing a platform to exhibit their skills and creativity. Director of SBI RSETI Imphal West, Yungkaibam Deban, LDM SBI West, Dr. Uttam Luwang, and retired SBI Manager Chabungbam Lilabanta graced the opening of the program as the main guests. Speaking on the occasion, Director of SBI RSETI Imphal West, Yungkaibam Deban, informed that RSETI Bazaar provides a platform to sell the products made by trainees. He also wished the trainees of the training provided by RSETI to become successful entrepreneurs in future. Rongmei Baptist Church's Council of Barak Zone Women's Camp began with great joy and excitement at Salom Baptist Church, Oinamlong, under the theme The Flourishing Women. The program that was launched to enhance the knowledge of young mother will continue till 23 October. During the 3 days Women's Camp, the Benglong Baptist Church Sunday School Superintendent Ningray Panmei and Emmanuel Theological Seminary former lecturer Gyang Zulu Kamui Pui are set to deliver speech as resource persons during the camp. As many as 200 women from 26 churches from Barak Zone are attending the camp. The host church, Salom Baptist Church, has 80 households. It may be mentioned that Rongmei Baptist Church's Council of Barak Zone have 27 churches, including from Manipur and Assam states. The resource persons will speak on various topics like family relationship with husband, in-laws and children, role of women in Rongmei society, health and hygiene, and identity in Christ, etc. Now we have to national and international news. The Election Commission has directed political parties and candidates to obtain pre-certification from the Media Certification and Monitoring Committee (MCMC) for all print advertisements to be published on the pre-poll day and poll day during the Bihar Assembly elections. The Commission said that the decision has been taken to ensure a fair campaign environment. For Bihar, the restricted days are 5th and 6th November for Phase 1 and 10th and 11th November for Phase 2. It said the applicants seeking pre-certification for political advertisements in print media must submit their application to the MCMC at the state and district level at least 2 days before the proposed date of advertisement. The Commission said to facilitate timely pre-certification, MCMC has been activated to examine and pre-certify such advertisements and ensure decisions are made expeditiously. The Bihar Assembly elections will be conducted in 2 phases on the 6th and 11th of November. The Reserve Bank of India says the Indian economy continues to exhibit resilience amid an uncertain external environment and remains poised to register high growth. RBI's October bulletin said yesterday that indicators of capacity utilization and domestic demand signaled improvement. It said lead indicators of manufacturing and services continued to show a robust expansion, while inflation remained well below the target rate. RBI said indicators point to a revival in urban demand and robust rural demand. RBI bulletin said headline consumer price index CPI inflation moderated sharply in September, marking its lowest reading since June 2017. RBI Governor Sanjay Malhotra said the sobering of inflation has given greater leeway for monetary policy to support growth without compromising on the primary mandate of price stability. The International Monetary Fund (IMF) has revised upwards India's GDP growth projections for 2025 by 20 basis points to 6.6%. The Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development (OECD) has also revised upwards India's GDP growth projections for 2025 by 40 basis points to 6.7% from the earlier 6.3%, underscoring the continued momentum in domestic demand. The Japanese parliament has elected Takaichi Sane as Japan's first female prime minister, marking a historic milestone. Leader of the Liberal Democratic Party, LDP, Takaichi will form a new coalition government with the Japan Innovation Party, JIP, following the LDP's split from longtime ally Komeito. She will formally take office this evening after being appointed by the emperor, followed by her first press conference. Takaichi received 125 votes in the upper house, just 1 vote above the simple majority necessary for victory. Earlier, she secured 237 votes in the lower house, exceeding the required majority of 233. Takaichi has assembled a cabinet featuring key rivals, signaling unity. Koizumi Shinjiro will serve as Defense Minister, Hayashi Yoshimasa as Internal Affairs and Communications Minister, Motegi Toshimitsu as Foreign Minister, and Katayama Satsuki as Finance Minister. The new LDP-JIP coalition will focus on economic reform, national security, energy, and foreign policy. Before we conclude the headlines once again. Mao Liangmei Imphal Markets defies politicians' allegation of valley people mistreating hill residents, asserts Chief Advisor Liangmei Imphal Market Committee Raicham Athoba. While awaiting resettlement, women at relief camps fear they will have to forego Ningol Chakulba celebration again. DC Bishnupur Puja Elangbam urges people to mark Ningol Chakulba by buying local products in order to boost state's economy. That's all for now. Thank you for joining us.